ang ginawa ngayon is selective persecution, selective prosecution. So, dahil dito, ang resulta, instead na mawalan ng suporta si BP Sara, lalong it becomes stronger. Yung tingnan mo yung support base niya dito, lalo na sa Mindanao at saka sa Visayan Island, naging resilient ito. Kasi kitang-kita, klarong-klaro, na very selective itong ginagawa ngayon ng mga those who are really running after her because they want to prevent her to become our next president. And the people saw it, and the people realized it, understand it. So, hindi ito nila pwedeng mabaliwala.
Ihaharap daw nila bilang witness. Unahin ko muna itong si Mary Grace Piatos. Ano ang tingin mo dito, attorney, sa ganitong klase na mga pahayag, lalo na sa prosecution?
Well, that is their prerogative. Pero it might compromise the security of the person who was used as a witness by the office of the Vice President, or in her capacity as the Secretary of the DepEd at the time, to be a confidential agent working under a certain mission. Now, yung nature naman ng espionage o yung mga secret agent ka, kailangan yung confidentiality diyan eh. So, it might expose her yung danger ng kanyang life, at saka baka it can create a bad precedent sa mga confidential activities ng ating mga law enforcement bodies and agencies. Kasi that is the very nature of yung being a confidential agent.
Opo. Maliban dito kay Mary Grace Piatos, gusto rin nilang gawin na witness or ipapatawag nila itong sheriff na nasuntok o nasapak ni Vice President Sara way back 2011 pa. Nung panoong mayor pa siya na hindi naman siya impeachable official pa. Ano po ang pananaw niyo po rito, attorney?
It's very laughable, and it's slap or insult to our Constitution. Kasi yung impeachment process naman, kasamang Admar, is not, the strength of the impeachment process is not measured by the volume of evidence presented by the prosecution, but also its credibility, admissibility, and relevance in accordance to our Constitution, our existing rules. Ngayon, ang tanong diyan, until when man yung responsibility ng isang impeachable official. Kaya nga, yung impeachment process, yung accountability under the Constitution, it is only reserved for high crimes and misdemeanors committed by yung identified high officials of the government during their yung period na where they can be subject for impeachment. Kung ganito pala mangyayari, wala nang katapusan. So kahit na yung when you were still in elementary, in college, or anong taon, any activity na ginagawa mo, pwede palang kalkalin outside of the term of your office that in which you are subject for an impeachment, being one of the highest officials in the land. That is not the intention of the Constitution. Pero at any rate, klaro masyado kasamang Admar na what they're trying to achieve is not really accountability but political demolition against the Vice President.
Pwede bang tumanggi yung sheriff na yun, dating sheriff na yun, na lumahok dito sa impeachment?
I don't know. Baka hindi siya makatanggi because of the possibility of being cited in contempt. I don't know. Pero yung relevance naman diyan, ang question diyan yung relevance of the evidence. Kung what will happen if the counsel or the defense team of the Vice President will stipulate that it really happened. The way it happened, it was reported. So what is there to argue if that is an undisputed fact?
Opo.
So there is no need anymore to present it. That would be admitted by the defense that indeed that incident took place and the person that was the subject of that incident was really that person. There is no question about his identity. So to me, that is part of the pre-trial, yung stipulation. So if that is admitted, what is the need of that person to be called and presented during the impeachment trial?
Opo, speaking of itong dating sheriff, ipakita lang natin na attorney ha, yung recent niya na post, no. Ang sabi niya dito, public announcement, please do not involve me in any partisan political matters. I have been appointed in the Supreme Court as a Human Resource Management Officer, a second-level position. It is my position ever since to refuse to comment on the incident when I was holding a first-level position, particularly Sheriff 4 of the Regional Trial Court. The media reports are self-explanatory. Actually, nandun pa ako sa Davao City nito, attorney, nung mangyari yung insidente. At nagkaayos na ito sila eh. Si Vice President o then Mayor, attorney.
Exactly. That's the point. That would expose the diabolical intention of the prosecution, that they are not after accountability, but their main objective talaga, which is now being exposed, is really political in character, to demolish the credibility of the Vice President, to yung mudslinging, lahat ng propaganda ito eh. So ang tanong nito, will they succeed? I don't think so.
Opo, attorney, bigyan lang natin ng konteksto, no? Lalo na yung mga hindi nakakaalala. Ano bang nangyari? Bakit na nasapak ba yun ng Mayor Sara? Kasi during that time, nandun din ako eh, nagkaroon ng kalamidad sa Davao. Kung maalala mo, attorney, yung Davao River na marami mga kabayan pinasok ng baha, lagpas tao na, marami ding bilang ng mga nasawi. During that time, nanguna itong si Mayor, Vice President Sara Duterte, sa pagtulong sa mga apektado ng kalamidad. At humihiling siya na pwede mag-extend pa ng at least 2 hours kasi pupunta ako dyan at hindi makikinig sa inyo yung mga tao, kakausapin ko sila. Pero bigyan mo ako ng 2 hours pa na dagdag kasi nga merong inaasikaso. So kumbaga marami ng mga factors, attorney, kasi malala ang nangyari po sa Davao City during that time at ito na nga yung nangyari. Kumbaga baka isipin nila na sinuntok na lang diretso ni BP Sara ng walang dahilan kumbaga. Pero alam natin hindi naman talaga acceptable yung pag-ano. Pero para at least merong konteksto tayo bakit nangyari itong ganito, attorney.
Exactly. In fact, that event endeared BP Sara to the hearts of the Davaoenos and even to the Filipinos who were watching that particular episode. Kasi nakita mo yung kanyang leadership at saka yung malasakit niya sa mga aping-api at saka yung mga marginalized sectors or people in Davao who needed leadership, who needed help at that time. So, to me, that would not be a negative, parang that could not create a negative impact on her image as a person. In fact, it would bolster her image being a no-nonsense leader.
Opo, kung kukunin natin yung logic nitong nasa prosecution na gagamitin nila itong dating sheriff, bakit hindi nila ipatawag din yung ibang mga ahensya ng gobyerno na gumagamit ng Intel at Confidential Fund? Paano ba nila ginamit itong kanilang mga pondong ganito? At bukod tangi lang ba ang Vice President ang may ganitong sitwasyon, attorney?
Kaya nga, Admar, nakikita mo ngayon, people are watching, people understand what is happening. It is, ang ginawa ngayon is selective persecution, selective prosecution. So, dahil dito, ang resulta, instead na mawala ng suporta si BP Sara, lalong it becomes stronger. Yung tingnan mo yung support base niya dito, lalo na sa Mindanao at saka sa Visayan Island, naging resilient ito. Kasi kitang-kita, klarong-klaro, na very selective itong ginagawa ngayon ng mga those who are really running after her because they want to prevent her to become our next president. And the people saw it, and the people realized it, understand it. So, hindi ito nila pwedeng mabaliwala sa mga kaisipan at saka yung pagtingin ng mga tao. Hindi pwede talaga, di cannot blind the people, and the people are responding. Makita mo ngayon yung mga surveys after surveys, the Vice President's approval rating remains steady. No, at saka yung preference sa kanya ay lalong mataas. Kasi hindi ito kapareho sa nangyari kay Vice President Binay. Iba itong sitwasyon ni Vice President Sara Duterte. The more na titirahin mo siya, the more ang simpatiya ng mga tao ay titibay. Kasi ayaw ng mga Pilipinos yung aapihin tayo. Tingnan mo na nangyayari ngayon sa yung basketball player. Tingnan mo dito sa amin sa Agusan. Talagang masakit kasi makita natin yung sympathy ba. Although hindi ba ito politika, pero makita mo yung mayroong aspect nito na pang-aapi. Kaya nga, kung aapihin mo ang tao, lalong ang mga supporters nito ay magalvanized, ma-unify mo. Kasi para itong agos ng tubig, hindi mapipigilan.